What up? What up? What up? How is everyone doing? Welcome to the first Power Hour, Pokemon Power Hour, that is. Um, this is going to be a little change from what I normally do on It's Bureau Clock. Um, Here, I'm kind of just going to talk about what's going on in the hobby, things that I'm interested in. And let me tell you, I mean, obviously, if you're here, you know what's going on, but the hobby is doing some crazy things right now. Um, you can see on the thumbnail, there was a group of Eevees, Evolutions, Master Ball. Master Balls are coming to English, ladies and gentlemen. Um, as much as some people don't like them, uh, I love them. I think they add a whole nother layer of collectability to, wow, my camera's doing crazy things. Add a whole nother layer of collectability to the sets. Um, it's interesting that they put them in the Evolution sets. I just want to say things like Master Ball Umbreon, Master Ball Espeon. Like, think of that. It's wild that that's even a thing right now. It was cool that they had the Evolutions in 151 Japanese. Obviously, um, we didn't have it on the English side for 151. People were bummed out about it. Some people, Josh, don't care so much for them, which is fine. Whatever floats your boat, whatever does, you do you. Like, I'm not going to yuck your yum. If that's not what you like, that's not what you like. But I think they're going to add they're going to do something to this set. It's definitely going to make this set more collectible in my mind, at least for people that are on the collecting side, just to get a whole nother subset of Master Balls. There's some crazy number of SARs. Here, let me just pull this up because this is what everyone's talking about today. Here we go. So, and that's not even the picture I want to show, but we can go right into that. Let me bring that up. Here, Pokemon, just take my money, okay? Because at this point, like, look at this art. You got a little Pikachu doll. We got a little Voltorb down here. Eevee's, so we got a sleeping Eevee finally. Pokemon Center stamp front and center on this card. Just take our money. You want to. So just take it. Like, you have it now. I only got to order 6, and I say only. I wasn't even going to order any. I had Ray, Shiny Cards and Collectibles. Let me just shout Ray out real quick. He's in Houston right now with Larry Sherbert, both streamers for Shiny Cards and Collectibles. Ray is the owner. Catch us on Whatnot. Bonanza Dan is actually live right now on Whatnot. He just pulled a Lugia V from Silver Tempest, which is awesome, the alt art. So they're in Houston sourcing. I'm sure they're having themselves a great time right now. I'm very happy for them. So yeah, please check us out. I'll be live Sunday, 8 a.m. for Easy Like Sunday Mornings with me, Bierski. Also, I will be live Tuesday on Election Day. I have a little long weekend. I'm doing a little grading right now, pre-grading. So lots of stuff going on. But let's get back to this card. It's wild, man. Like, it's a beautiful looking card. I'm glad they did what they needed to do with the Eevee and put it in this set. They didn't do a 151 and use the Snorlax, which was terrible. They should not have used the Snorlax for 151. I'm happy they went with the Eevee here. It's just awesome. Feeling very, very good about this. Let me get back to here. Close that. All right, so here we go. We'll just pull this open. So this is up on Pokemon Center right now. Limit 2. It was Limit 4 earlier in the day. Like I said, I wasn't even going to purchase any. Ray texted me early in the morning on his flight from Florida to Houston. I guess when he was about to land, he pulled it up. I guess he ordered a bunch. I had Ponga reach out to me and say that he was ordering a crazy amount of them. So I went on, I ordered a case. When I ordered the case, it actually said out of stock next to it when I was in the payment screen, but it went through and I got the email from Pokemon. I know people have been saying in the Discords that orders are going to get canceled and this and that. I got my confirmation email from Pokemon. I also got a confirmation email for the second order I made, which was only 2 because it went from 4 to 2 right when I ordered it. So now you can order 2 on Pokemon Center, but I can't order anymore. Like, every time I try and put in my information, it doesn't let me order. I don't have multiple accounts and multiple addresses and all that. That's not what I do. Like I said, I wasn't going to order this. I'm glad I did, though. I'm happy to have like a very small amount of skin in the game, so it should be interesting. But I think this set is going to go bananas. Evolution. This is very much feeling like Sword and Shield around, you know, oh man, drawing a blank. What am I doing? Um, Evolving Skies. Oh my god, just completely drawing a blank. Oh, well, we got your average player in here too, by the way. What is up, UAP? Happy to have you in here, my man. Haven't secured a source ship yet, that before, but family in the States got some. Well, that's awesome. Looking to see on next drop if I can get some shipped over here. I know Ponga was saying to me that they probably will go back up on Pokemon Center again, day of release. Um, so I'll probably try and grab a few more then. This is nothing crazy. Like I'm not doing anything crazy. It's fun just to have some skin in the game. So that's what I have. But I think this set's gonna go crazy. I think it's gonna overshadow Surging Spark. I feel like we're going from Vivid Voltage to Evolving Skies and skipping everything in between right now. So that's just my opinion too. That's just how I feel about it. I think Surging Spark is going to be a little bit of a dud compared to this. Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Lots of talking. Cheers, everyone. Power Hour, first episode. Oh, that's so good. All right. So excited about that. I think the possibilities with the Master Balls and the Evolutions are going to be crazy. Really looking forward to that. It's just going to be very, very awesome. So yeah, like I said, that's going nuts. Hey, what's up, Kenny? So I work with Kenny. He is an iron worker with me. Beersky is the Encyclopedia Brown of Pokemon. I wish I was. We actually have a guy in the hobby called Pokemon Knowledge who is probably the Encyclopedia of Pokemon. But happy to have you in here, Kenny. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, I think Prismatic Evolutions is going to go nuts. Like I said, the ramp up there's no ramp up period here. I feel like for Scarlet and Violet. I mean, I know Twilight Masquerade's doing crazy things, but like the sets before, people weren't really hot. Like I know Paldea Evolved is doing some cool things, but there's really not like a standout set in Scarlet and Violet yet. I think this is going to be that first standout set. What's up, Dan Azard? How you doing, my man? Yep, we got the Power Hour going on. Happy to have you here. I got my Haunter with me as always every stream. Thank you again for him. He's a big hit. People always ask him to buy him off me, and I always have to tell them no. So we're going to go from this set. We're going to go into a Team Rocket set. There's, rumblings about what cards are going to be in those sets. I know it's not going to be Dark Pokemon. It's just going to be Rocket's Pokemon. But I feel like this is the start of something big. Like I said, it's green arrows galore right now. I mean, there's crazy stuff going on. I was just listening to Pokey Flips. I know Dan purchased all those Van Gogh Pikachus, and they've already raised 25% since he purchased them just by having them. And what the hobby's doing right now, some of these sales that are going on, through Z&G's auctions, $1,000 Rayquaza, alt art, just insanity. We have Moonbreon's back up to $1,500 again. Stuff's moving, man. It's a fun time to be in the hobby. Like, I don't know why we're booming like this. I guess things go up because things go up. I spent my student loans on ETBs. I'm sure a lot of people did a lot of things that they shouldn't have done the past couple days with Pokemon, between Surging Sparks. I know I was watching PK's live, not today. I think it was Thursday's live, yesterday's live. Or maybe the night before. He did a live this week, and like the fact that the booster boxes are sold out on Pokemon Center is wild. At $160 a booster box when you can go anywhere else and buy them. It's just showing like the craze that's going on right now and the demand for this product. I'm interested to see what Surging Sparks actually does, and if anything crazy actually happens with it. I think it's a lackluster set. It's got some cool arts in it. It's the Paradise Dracona and the super charge breaker or whatever it is, that's set in Japanese combined for English. Yeah, hobby's on fire, dude. Danizard. It's I don't know what's going on. Like, it's absolutely crazy. We got Matthew in here. What's going on, Matthew? Student loans more like Pokemon investable capital. That's awesome. Yeah, Dan. I don't know what's going on. Like, I came in during the boom. The local Facebook group is hot on the Costco tin, dude. Everyone, dude. Well, you're a king of the Costco tin or the Sam's Club tin. I know you've made that move quite a few times. But this is just like I came in during the boom, 2020. Stayed around for a very small amount of time, so I really didn't understand what was going on. I knew nothing about Pokemon, and I left and then came back. So seeing this happen and seeing that, like, it didn't feel like there was a ramp up. It just felt like I feel like the catalyst was maybe Chicago Collecticon, because after that, everything just started going crazy. Like the Charizard from 151, chunky Charizard floating through the canyon, is doing stupid things right now. I sold one that had a ding in it for $150, like right in the middle of the card. It looked like someone dropped like a card saver on it or something, edge first, and yeah, it dinged it, put it up, sold it for $150 instantly, like a day it sold. The Venusaur, same thing, ding on it, sold for $50. Every 151 card that I listed, English 151 card that I listed, has sold sans a couple. Like, it's insanity. Like, the amount of money that's going in right now is nuts. It's cool to see. I'm very excited, like, showing the hobby strong. At least I feel like the hobby's very strong. Halloween was last night. I was putting out Halloween candy and Pokemon cards, the booster packs. Kids took all the booster packs. I handed out 160 booster packs yesterday and a whole couple bags of candy. We did like a little slot machine thing for the kids. So it was pretty cool. But the kids loved the Pokemon. Little kids, middle school kids, high schoolers came over asking for the Pokemon. I had one kid sprint down the street screaming Pokemon to come to the house. So, like, it's very cool to be known as the Pokemon house. Definitely feeling it. Booster packs got eaten up too. So I'm very interested to go live Sunday. I do well on Sunday mornings, so I'm interested to go live and see what happens. I'm going to be auctioning. I mean, there's heat. Like, I still have a lot of heat left. Going to be auctioning a lot of cards off. I'm also going to start mixing packs in between those. I think lots of packs. Straight up poaching it from Ponga. Thank you, Ponga, for the good idea. I don't think it's a bad idea. Might get people who are interested in ripping some packs, rip some packs. Because people don't go to the buy it now for whatever reason to buy packs. It's very few, far in between. It's almost like they need someone to help facilitate the sale, even though it's right there. So I'm going to do my best to start selling some of the packs. I mean, I feel like Scarlet and Violet sets are going to start going a little nutty now too. Everything's going nuts. Or just like last year when everything went nuts for that small amount of time with like waifus and tag team GXs and stuff, it could fizzle out. But I feel like right now there's a lot of fresh new money in it and people are wanting to see what happens with it. So I feel like at least for the next 3 to 6 months, we should see some cool like trajectory of the hobby. I feel like through the holiday season is going to be very strong. And then with the Team Rocket set coming out, it's just going to be, it's going to be cool. So definitely looking forward to that. Let's see. Master Balls, check. Prismatic Evolution, check. Surging Sparks, trap. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like Surging Sparks might be a little check. Are we ready to start our first interstellar space mission? I'm ready. Like, I'm very much ready. I definitely want to do hipster for sure. Like, let's go. Like, let's moon up. I'm going to get this prismatic off the screen. Here we go. Everyone can see my big face now. Need another sip. Okay. So I can't go on anymore with that. Yeah, I just think the hobby's in a good spot. Streaming's been very fun for me. I've been very much enjoying streaming. Great working with Ray, working for Ray. I'm going through doing some pre-grading right now on some of the collection that I purchased at the Chicago Collecticon. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could talk about Chicago Collecticon a little bit because I never did talk about the Chicago Collecticon. So Did briefly on my one live, but I think I can get a little more in depth now. It's been a couple weeks. I know another Collecticon's going on right now. You know, it was a great time. Flew in Wednesday. Ponga picked me up from the airport around 1 o'clock. Yo, we got Della. What's going on, Della? Happy to have you in here, man. Thanks for stopping by. Still fighting whenever I'm fighting too. Hey, Kiki, what's going on? Happy to have you in here. Yeah, so I got picked up by Ponga at 1 o'clock from the airport. Got to Nick Old School Pokemon's house around 2. Hung out there for a little bit. Had hot dogs from Portillo's. Never had a hot dog bun with poppy seeds on it before. Excuse me. This Budweiser is making me burpy. Never had a hamburger or a hot dog roll poppy seeds on it before. There was also a tomato on it. It was a very bizarre hot dog. I can't say it was my favorite hot dog I've ever had, but I'm willing to try things. I was starving coming off the plane, so we had that. We hung around and BS for a while, had a couple laughs. I eventually went to Fogo de Chao in Chicago. Walrus led the charge. We got out there. I took the train ride from hell. I was all over the place in that train. I felt like that thing was going to derail. I don't know. They were laughing at me. I was white knuckling onto everything around me. So not the best look. But we get to Fogo. Let me tell you, it's an impressive restaurant when you walk in. It's this big, huge ass building. It's massive. We were like the first ones in there. Sat down. I was told to keep my chip on green, not red. They had the salad bar to tempt you to eat the salad and not fill up on the meat. I went over to the salad bar just to take it up. Oh, Grimer, Bierski looked like a screen promo on that train, dude. It was wild on that train. Like I said, I felt like things were going downhill quick there. So as everyone knows, I'm not the biggest eater when I go on these trips. For whatever reason, I have a hard time eating when I leave home base. This time I did not. Chicago, I ate like a champion, especially that first night. I must have given whatever I had to Brad. Brad talked a lot of game on the way to Fogo. He ate half a sausage and turned his thing over to Red and didn't eat anymore and looked terrible for the rest of the night. And I felt bad for him. I also felt good for me that I was no longer the one cursed with that ailment and I could eat. So they're slicing this meat off. Like Chef said, I know he said it definitely tasted like whatever they used to heat it up. He said directly on the flame. So listen, you go there for the experience. It's cool seeing them take this big, huge skewer of meat and just cutting, slicing right down it. So got a lot of meat, ate a lot of meat. It was delicious. Had a couple old fashions. Service was a little slow. It was bizarre in there, to say the least. I don't think I'll ever go back, but I'm glad I experienced it at least once. We left there. We got out of there. Went back to Nick's house. I hopped in Ponga's car. We drove all the way to Ponga's place. Hung out at Ponga's place. He has awesome cats, awesome dog, awesome wife. Had a really good time. Super hospitable. Ponga's wife, Allie, made me the nicest Ditto painting. Ditto's my favorite Pokemon, so I'm super happy I have it. I had to leave it at Ponga's, though, because I couldn't ship it back. So I will get that eventually, and it will start hanging somewhere in here because it's really awesome. Just this big Ditto, and I love it. So had a good time there. Next day, we got up, went back out to the city. This is Thursday now. We were at the city. We went to a place called the Monk. I don't know all the names of the like towns or villages within Chicago or whatever they're called there. So went to this cool bar. Lots of IPAs. Drank a lot of IPAs. Had some delicious wings. Dan ordered some nachos. People trickled in as how do I convince my American family to buy Pokemon Center ATVs? Oh man, I don't know. Just show them a lot of green arrows and cash, and maybe they'll do it because I think that's what everyone's thinking right now. So maybe if they start thinking that way too, they will also FOMO into all these great products that are coming out right now. So Thursday we Thursday, we went out back to Nick's again. We got to Nick's. I don't want to say what time did we get to Nick's? About around lunchtime sometime. Went to the Monk, started drinking the beers, wings, pizza, wings, nachos. People got a whole bunch of stuff. Benji's chugging beers next to me. I've never seen anything like before. Man just opened his throat chugging double IPAs. It was impressive to say the least. Had a great time there. From there, we walked around a little bit. Ended up at a Margaritaville. Started drinking margaritas. Now the night turns interesting. Started drinking the margaritas. I had 3 gigantic 20-ounce margaritas. Unfortunately, this came in a regular glass and not a cool margarita glass. I'm a sucker for the cool margarita glass. Did not have it. So we're drinking the margaritas. I killed a metric ton of bees that were flying around us because of all the sugar. We were playing Pokemon Go, just laughing, having a great time. It was just a really good time with the homies. Let me just say that. Like, this was a top-notch weekend with all the homies in the hobby. Super lucky to call my friends. Super lucky to be a part of that group. Just happy all the way around with it. We went to a boat trip of the harbor of I don't even know what's the harbor, but we saw the skyline tour of Chicago from a boat. The boat was cool. As Dan said, no IPAs on the boat. I had a Miller High Life, I think, or a Miller Lite. It was all right. I got some pictures. Was feeling pretty tipsy by that point. Margaritas were really starting to kick in. We got off the boat, and then the night turned again. Starts getting darker. We went to the casino. Now, the group kind of split up at the casino. First of all, to get into the casino, you had to stand in line, and they needed to take your ID and compare your ID against their printed out lists of, like, in a 3-ring binder that was like this thick. There was like 3 of them, 4 of them, until they would let you in. So that took, I want to say, it took 10 minutes to get in. I think that's a pretty fair assessment of the amount of time it took to actually get into the casino. Get into the casino, find a blackjack table. I sit down with Aaron, Trackstar, myself, Nick, Old School Pokemon, Dan, Catch 'em All Collectibles. And I think at that point, there wasn't anyone else sitting down. I know Vandy came. I know Lord Pokesmoke came. A lot of people kind of stayed out. Like, they came around. I remember Brad at one point saying that they were leaving. We were having a great time at the table. I think we gambled for like 3 hours at the casino. Had a great time, played blackjack for 3 hours, lost $50. Like, losing $50 and playing blackjack for 3 hours is a win in my book any day of the week. It was just fun seeing what was going on. Nick and Dan high rolling pretty hard there, playing the extra spaces, extra chances. It was just fun experience to be there. Drank another 4 to 5 IPAs there. Now I am drunk. We went and got pizza after that. Pizza was delicious. It was a cool bar. We sat outside. I guess it was unseasonably warm for Chicago. Definitely enjoyed that. Yeah, that was a great time. The pizza was good. I think we ordered 3 separate pizzas. It was, it was Vandy, Dan, me, Aaron, Nick, and Lord Pokesmoke. All went there, had the pizza, and then we went to one last bar, and I drank the worst drink I've ever had in my entire life. It was absolutely terrible. It was this big conch shell filled with bourbon, and I don't know, it wasn't for me. I was really, really drunk at this point. Aaron thankfully said that I could come back to his place, which was the hotel, and crash in his second bed. So I did that. I woke up in the morning confused on where I was, till I realized where I was. In terms of being hung over on Collecticons, I think this may have been the worst one for me. That night was pretty rough. The one before Charlotte, my first Collecticon before I vented, was really bad. But I think this one took it because I wasn't vending. Called an Uber, got an Uber to go to the Airbnb where everyone was hanging out at the Airbnb. Was in this man's Uber. It was a Mercedes-Benz with burgundy leather seats. I was sweating profusely, stifling fluids from coming out of my face all over his car. Was really not feeling well. It was like an 18-minute drive. I remember looking down at my phone at minute 9 and thinking, "There's no way I'm making it to this Airbnb." Got out of the Uber, made it to the Airbnb, got out, got in the house. Everyone's chit chatting, talking, making coffee, pancakes, like power pancakes. Grimer's just like crushing pancakes. I went down, like I talked to Chef. I laid down on a bunk bed. As soon as I laid down, I had to go to the bathroom. We can all use our imagination on what happened there. It wasn't pretty. Came out feeling much better. Yeah, stomach was messed up. We got some lunch. Then we went back to Ponga's house. He had to get a bunch of stuff for the Collecticon because he hadn't had anything for the Collecticon yet. So we had to pack all that up. We hung out there. I got, was it Charvey's? It was a delicious burger. The butter bun burger or whatever it was. Let me tell you, it was a double stack burger. It was on point. It's exactly what I needed. I felt much better at that point. We went back to the Airbnb. There's a big party being thrown there. It was awesome. Definitely had a really good time with the party. Yeah, there were so many people there. It was packed. There was pizza, there was wings, there was beer, good times, laughs. Ponga and I stayed there for like 3 or so hours. Had to drive back to Ponga's again. There was a lot of driving that weekend. Back to Ponga's again. And then the next, oh no, that's a lie. Friday night, we didn't go back to Ponga's. We went back to the hotel room. He had already packed the car. We went back to the hotel room. Got the hotel room, hung out, chat. I think we were up till 1 o'clock in the morning. Then we went to the Collecticon the next day, and I sourced a bunch of stuff for Ray to do on streams, some graded stuff. Been having a fun time going through it. I'm actually putting together a PSA submission for him now. I'm gonna have that out by Tuesday, so probably be out on Wednesday. Just gonna take my time with it this weekend. But yeah, Collecticon was awesome. Big things happened that weekend. Obviously, Dan and Radar purchased that huge box of Van Gogh Pikachus, which is awesome. I think it was a good show for everyone. Solo show. This man is enjoying the long weekend. Absolutely, dude. I figured I should hop on, BB. The Power Hour is a new thing I wanted to do. I think that the Power Hour is probably going to start taking over the channel a little bit more. And then I'm going to do like interviews on the It's Bureau Clock part of the channel every once in a while. Kind of just, it's with all the streaming and stuff now, I'm trying to stream 2 nights a week or 2 days a week. I'm doing Sunday mornings from 8 to around noon or 1. I'm trying to get at least 4 to 5 hours in on Sundays. And then on Tuesdays, I'm streaming when I get home. Starting at like 7, so I get home around 4:30, hang out for a little bit, do what I got to do, and then hop back on and start streaming from like, usually on Tuesdays it's a shorter stream, like 2.5 to 3 hours. So just trying to figure out the Tuesday stuff. It's a little slower on Tuesdays, but it's not so bad. Yeah, and just getting into that flow. So this is going to give me a little bit more breathing room when it comes to stuff. I don't have to schedule people out. If I need to cancel a night, I won't feel so bad. And move nights around. I can kind of just do this at a whim when it works for me during the weeks that I would have my solo stuff. So I might also come on here more frequently as well and just do like I'm live for a half hour right now. I might do a half hour to hour shows. I really don't want to go over an hour with this format. I just want to keep it at an hour or less. Pretty much drink a beer and just chat Pokemon. And hobby stuff for a little bit. I did pristine a PSA. Let me pull it up. Let's see. TGC cards. Yeah, I pristined a. Hold on. Sign in. Oh no! Come on. I wanted to just pull it up. It's the One Piece PSA promo. pristined it. Sent it there for lulz, and it actually worked out. That's not going to work. Okay. Come on now. Let's see. I guess I'll have to do it from this way. Sign in. Oh, yeah, that password's different than what I thought it was. All right, let's see. Just want to pop this up. I should have had this ready to go too. So I did a bunch of Neo files as well. Actually, I'll just pull this whole thing up. I think that'll be fine. 1 second, guys. Sorry about this. Yo, what's up, E-Unit? Happy to have you here, my man. Now, let's see. Stop screen, present, share screen. Here we go. That's not what I want. Window. Boom. Okay. So this is the latest. I'm a little perplexed, to be honest. I took my time pre-grading these pretty hard, actually. I love these premium files. So we did get the Luffy. We got the pristine 10. Very happy about that. Sent it there just for shits and giggles, really. Didn't expect it to pristine, but it did. I mean, the card was definitely clean. So I have that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to send this to Z&G. I got a couple other higher end slabs that I have. I'm not very liquid right now. And I know people say, everyone says, like, you need to be liquid for when the times are good. And right now the times are good and I'm very illiquid, which is a bit of a problem, but it's also not. So I'm trying to move some things that I probably should. Oh my God, Terry Lake. What's up, buddy? I'm so happy to see you in here right now. You just made my day, Terry. I hope you're doing well. By the way, absolutely love the goatee you're growing. Keep that shit up. It looks fantastic. I love it. We got Ponga in the house. Skater Nesto. Bad timing after work, but also happy about the content. Absolutely, dude. This is a new little thing I've been doing. Well, I'm going to start doing. So happy you're here. I was talking about prismatic evolutions before. And the master balls that are coming out in that set and all the SIRs that are coming out. It's just going to be an absolute banger, I think. People seem to be going nuts over it right now. So also really appreciate No Pong. What's up, Ponga? Sorry for no invite. I'm glad you're happy Terry's here. Have a good day at work, Skater. I'm happy for you. Yeah, so I did pristine this. We can go back. I'm all over the place right now. I really just want to talk about what's going on in the hobby and what's kind of going on with me and what I've been doing. So I'm going to go back here. Oh, man, this Budweiser is just not agreeing with my stomach at all right now. So I got absolutely cooked by CGC here, like cooked. Again, I went through these cards. I opened 13 Neo Premium files. Oh, I love it. Can't say, but I had to feed some rocket emoji algo fuel. I love it. Thank you, Dan, for being here. I appreciate you. Everyone going live with up arrows. I need dark times. Listen, I made the most clickbaity ass thumbnail I could make today. I wanted people to come in and there it is by Dan. E-Unit pod when? I talked to E-Unit a while ago about it. We actually need to catch back up again. And I'm available if anyone wants to have me on. Terry Lake, I will be reaching out to you. I would love to talk to you again. So I will reach out to you. Yeah, I'd like to get E-Unit on for sure. I got to talk to him. I know when we talked, he had stuff going on. So hopefully we can get that working. That was a while ago at this point. This summer and this fall have been crazy between the Collecticons and the streaming. It just feels like there's a lot going on all at the same time. So Terry, we can replace Beerski with you, okay, on Box Nostalgia. Thanks, Ponga. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Ponga's trying to get rid of me. I know him and Dan were negotiating getting rid of me for Dan. And then I would get Nick Old School Pokemon. So I don't know if he still wants to do that, but It definitely hurt my feelings that night. That's all I have to say about it. All right, so I got cooked on this submission. A 7. Like, I honestly don't know why it's a 7. Like I said, I took my sweet time. It's a nice hair left by CGC because it's definitely not a scratch. Let's see the back. That's dust. A little bit of whitening there. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't know. So I got a 7, 2 9s. I got a bunch of gem mint 10s for the Typhlosions. Not bad. I was looking for pristines. That's why I sent them here. I bought COD. Get off this live. After this Ponga, I need to cook some dinner. I'm gonna hang out with my wife and kid and stuff. I will be on Call of Duty tonight. Playing. I was playing a little earlier today in between doing a little pre-grading and stuff. So, but yeah, game's fun. I think Call of Duty. I think this is the best movement in Call of Duty I've played in years. This feels like the most complete game that's been released in years. I really like how it is. It feels very good. I don't hate you at all. I don't hate you at all. I love you, actually, Ponga. You are my bestie in this hobby. I love you, and definitely don't hate you. So I hope that made you feel really bad as I profess my love for you to all 13 viewers right now. Yeah, so an 8, like 8 5s. I just don't. No, I don't want the Typhlosion. I want this Meganium 8. This trash. Come on. Like, what are we doing here? It looks so fine. I honestly might get these back, crack them, and send them to PSA and get that easy 10 because I know they're old back and stuff, but like we're like, look at the centering. Like, there's no, that's not even on the card. That little bit of white right there. Like, look at all the hairs in the case, like trash. Another hair in the case, trash. Like, I don't get it, man. Yeah, I really don't Oh my God, will you stop it? Man can turn your words around you real freaking quickly. Real quickly. I'm sorry that I said just the hobby. Is it like candy, just on like candy corn on Halloween is S tier? You're S tier in my book, in the hobby and out of the hobby, Ponga, for sure. I do love you. Still have my old Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops shirts. That's awesome, Fat Belly. Love hearing that. Yeah, dude, it's scary that they're looking like this. Now, so we just looked at an 8, right? So let's look at a 10. Again, here's a 10. There's literally a scratch in the 10. Look, this is a 10. We got a scratch right here. Look at this. That is definitely scratching the hollow. Okay. Let's pull out of that. Looks the same on the front as that 8. What is the difference? I'm telling you, I fine-tooth combed those cards. I'm going to resubmit these for sure. The fact that the scratch is on that one and at 10, just I didn't even look at any of this before I came on here, and that definitely grinds my gears a little bit. So a couple more 10s, and then I needed to round out. I needed 25 cards. So again, let's look at an 8-5 for Alligator. Let's for shits and gigs. Dude, Gigi, you're not kidding. It's wild what's in them. It kind of looks like someone like the Sandman's in there. He's just going like, and he's just like sprinkling shit all over the place. All right, next. Okay. 8-5. No whitening. I don't think that's scratching. No whitening on the front. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back here. Oops.
Centering's not bad. Little off center left to right, but it's the back. Yeah, there's literally no rhyme or reason to why they did this other than probably old back.
And again, I'm just making assumptions. Like, I could be, yeah, you'll buy that for $4. No, you won't. I'm cracking and resubmitting these. I want to send them to PSA now and see what happens, because this is just, I literally, like, out of 13 of them, out of the 13 sets, 3 come in each, I only sent 23 of the cards out of them, the hollows. So what are we doing here? I sent 1 hollow from each premium file. There's 3 in each. So I really pre-graded the crap out of them. Hard. Like, really hard. I might actually go back to the ones I have now, pull out the ones that I think will maybe 10 and send them to PSA and see what happens with them, because I feel like this is just ridiculous. But so yeah, that happened to me. Not very happy about that. Was hoping for some pristines. I sold a pristine for alligator for $120 not that long ago. These will move though. These Meganium for alligator and Typhlosion Neophile hollows, even in CGC Gem and 10s, they move 60 to 70, somewhere in that range, depending on what card it is. Believe it or not, CGC is moving quick. I sent my submission during the hurricane. So literally, like, at the beginning of the month, the hurricane messed it up a little bit. I got it back within a month. Well, I'll have it back. Excuse me. I'll have it back on Monday. It's being shipped. I'll have it Monday. So just about a month, like, total. I know it's 25-day turnaround time is what they say, business days on the website. So yeah, that was that. But yeah, happy about this Luffy promo. I'm gonna pull this up one more time. Saw that and was jazzed up. I want to see if it shows up on here. I could have sworn right here when I sent it, there was like a little micro dent vertically. That's kind of why, otherwise, another reason why I sent it to CGC, but I don't know if they picked up on it. Maybe it was just the way I was looking at it and it really wasn't there. But it's a sweet card. I do love that pristine 10 label. So yeah, this will be up soon. Like I said, once these get here, I'm going to send a bunch of cards out to Z&G. Like Ernie says, and Jake Smith says, do the math. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to sell those cards online. I need some liquidity, so I'm just going to sell some cards that way. Auction them off and get a little more liquid and start making some more moves. Yeah, just keep the train chugging along. It's been good. It's been funding all my trips this year, which is nice. It wasn't quite what I thought I was going to be doing. Like last year at this time, I was really ramping up for some crazy stuff. But I kind of like where I've settled right now with it. You know, I got a job I have, just chugging along, getting myself liquid. So yeah, just liquidity. I sell CGC slabs on Lab for $2. Ask me anything. Oh, I love it. All right, I'm gonna close this down, and then I actually have one more thing I want to pull up. Let me see if I can pull it. This will be the last thing I talk about before I go not live. Let's see. Perfect. All right. Let's see. Nope. Just give me 1 second, guys. Oh, here we go. Okay. This is the last thing, and then I'm gonna stop talking. Let's see. Stop screen, present, share screen. Oh my God. Yes. Collecticon New Jersey is happening again. Saturday, July 12th, 2025. It is Collecticon New Jersey in Edison, the New Jersey Convention and Exposition Center. Same place it was last year. So while the English is pumping, do we pick up the EV Japanese set? Yes. I think you do. Retro was saying in Dan's live that he will have that up on Instagram shortly. So please check with Retro. I know that Ponga, maybe you'll be invited this year. Ponga was definitely invited, and Ponga stayed in this room here. This was Ponga's room. So schedule is out. Schedule is not out. I did some Detective Pikachu work and went on the New Jersey convention website and figured out that, because listen, these conventions need to schedule out further than 6 months in advance. You gotta think like all the conventions, like literally it's just convention. Every weekend they have them. So they got to schedule them out. So this convention's happening in New Jersey again. I am pumped up. I'm also going to formally announce right now, everyone, I wish I had red lights, green lights, blue lights, all the lights. Beerski-A-Palooza 2 Electric Boogaloo is on. It will be from Thursday to Friday, as it was last year. So Thursday the 9th, Thursday the 10th, Friday the 11th of July. Same stuff going on. River time, beer, Pokemon. It's going to be a blast. Going to be a little more. We're also going to have the Pokemon tournament. It's going to be a little more streamlined this year. I kind of know what's going on. Plan out a little bit more, but I'm very excited. So to all those that will be invited, you know who you are. I'm sure you know who you are. I'm going to put out the invites to the proper channels. I'm very excited to be able to do that again. That was one of my favorite weekends in the hobby. It was great having all the homies here, chilling, ripping packs, just having a great time with everyone. Gonna do some fun stuff, some different stuff this year for it. Maybe we'll actually do some tubing. We can get people out there Wednesday. We can actually go do like a tubing thing down to Delaware. You bring coolers out on the tubes and bring sandwiches and stuff like that. We can just like party our faces off for the day. In the hobby again. Oh, there it is. Listen, I don't know what you want me to say. There's so many people in the hobby. I'm just saying these are my favorite people in the hobby. Excuse me, that was disgusting. So, oh yeah, Chicago also same weekend as this year. That's perfect. Like I'm a big fan of it. So I know I'm going to Chicago. Ponga, you suck. I know I'm going to Chicago. I know I'm going to New Jersey. I know I'm going to Charlotte, depending on what weekend Charlotte is. Actually, I should probably check that out right now. Let's see. Charlotte Convention Center. Let's see. Events. Because I absolutely love that one. Charlotte meetings. Oh, this has got to be it. All right. Show more. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, cars. Oh, they don't have anything. Oh, so this one doesn't show it. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, so the Charlotte Convention Center is not showing it being up yet. Let's see. Maybe I can get them to. Maybe I just got to mess with the parameters a little bit more. Nothing. Okay, well, that was lost. Oh, I checked Charlotte. Okay. Yeah, I didn't check it yet. Just checked it now. It's not there, but I'm excited to go to that one. I'd really like to get on the West Coast this year, try something out there. Yeah, I'm just excited to be able to throw another big, huge party. Hopefully we get some more people here this year too. Depending on what we got, potentially catered. Should be fun. Like I said, more details coming out. It's all very fresh and new. Bestie in real life. So I'm now going to go get some burgers set up for my daughter and I, get some vegetables cooked up for my wife on the grill. It's a beautiful day here in New Jersey. It's like, I don't know, 77 degrees, something crazy. But But thank you for everyone that was here for the first episode of Pokemon Power Hour. Really looking forward to doing these. LA was great last year. Yeah, I got to get out there. I also might go to Anaheim for Worlds. I'm feeling like I've never been to a Worlds, and I'd like to go to a Worlds. That's about an hour away from my 2 hours away from my brother-in-law. So my wife would probably come. So it'd be interesting, but no, we'll see. Thank you, your average player. I appreciate you. Have a good night, Fat Belly. But yeah, I'm gonna go make some food for my family now. Thank you everyone for being here. This is gonna be probably not scheduled out. I'm just gonna hop on and do shows between a half hour and an hour. Just chat about what's going on in the hobby, how I'm feeling, stuff that's happening with me and around here. Excuse me. Check me out next week. I do have 2 episodes. Tuesday, I have an episode with Ray, Shiny Cards and Collectibles on It's Beer O'Clock. And then on Thursday, I have an episode with #1 mod in the game, Drew. Again, that's on Thursday. So next week's a busy week. Lots of streaming going on. So thank you again, everyone. Have yourselves a good night. Enjoy your dinners. Give your families hugs. Do all that stuff. Love all of you. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out. Oh, no. The wrong way to do it. End the stream. Have a good night, guys.